Hello everybody and welcome to VITA Ethics Training. That's what we're going to do today. Thank you for coming today and joining us for this training. I just want to tell you my name is Martha Lewis and I am your facilitator today. If you have any questions, my email and my phone number is on the slide. What we're going to talk about today is basically what is VITA? What is it all about? Some of the things that we as VITAs need to remember when we're meeting with our clients, and then standards of conduct. So there is what's called Volunteer Standards of Conduct, and this is our ethics training. And this training comes from the IRS publication 4961, and this training is required. Let me remind you of that. This training is required. So anyone who volunteers at a VITA site must have this ethics training. Got it. We got it. We're doing it. Let's do this. All right, we're going on to the next slide. So what is VITA? What's it all about? VITA stands for, and it's not VITA, it's VITA, Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. So what we do is we serve a community of taxpayers. And some of the golden rules that we need to remember as VITAs is use the VITA intake sheet, which you will have training on that later on this year. Make sure you use it correctly. Maintain the standards of conduct that we're going to talk about today. Make sure you talk to your taxpayer, talk to your clients. It's very important that you communicate with your clients. Communication is very important. Know what you're doing. So you can't just volunteer for a VITA site without being certified. Being certified means you take a test through the IRS website. It's very important that everyone is certified so you know what you're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, ask a friend. Phone a friend, call a friend. Have everything double checked. So at most VITA sites, everything is double checked. Person comes in, client comes in, taxes get prepared, taxes get quality reviewed, client goes home happy, hopefully happy. And then use all your resources. You have people at your beck and call. If you have questions, you have people to talk to. Your publication 4012, which is basically our volunteer Bible, publication 17, which should be at your VITA site. And also, again, talk to your fellow teammates. That is so very important. So let's go on and let's talk about these volunteer standards of conduct. So most government agencies love acronyms. So the acronym for Volunteer Standards of Conduct is VSC. And this is basically lovingly called ethics training. That's what you're doing today. If you don't know what you're doing, that's what we're doing today. So there are 6 VSCs that you need to know. And this is part of certification training because this is mandatory. So VSC, Volunteer Standards of Conduct, number 1 is follow all the quality site requirements. So believe it or not, there are 10 of them. We're not going to talk about that today because there are 10 of them and I'd be on this video forever. So that'll be another training. But the quality site requirements will be at every VITA site hopefully in a binder. So you can always look at them there. Let's go on to VSC number 2. Number 2, do not accept payment, ask for donations, or accept refund payments for federal or state tax return preparation from your clients or customers. So example of this would be Sally comes in and she is elated. So she got her taxes done and she's getting a tax return. And she thinks you are better than sliced bread because you helped her out and you are awesome. Sally says, "Hey Bob, let me just slide you a $5 bill. I want to give a donation." Bob, don't do it. Just say no. We do not accept payments or donations We do not accept refund payments from federal or state tax return preparations from customers or clients. I think there's enough said there. Don't do it. All right, we're going on to VSC number 3. Count them with me. 3. Do not solicit business from taxpayers you help or use the information you gained about them for any direct or indirect personal benefit for yourself, any other specific individual or organization. Volunteers cannot offer clients refund anticipation loans, they're called RAL, we love acronyms, or refund anticipation checks, RAC, when preparing federal or state returns. For some of you, that last part is like, I've never heard of that before. We'll get there. Give me a minute. Let's talk about an example of VSC number 3. So, Tom comes in and he is a roofer. And you are a tax preparer that just went through a hailstorm. We live in Colorado here. We went through a hailstorm, need a new roof. Tom is a roofer. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I want to ask Tom to help me out with my roof. Don't do it. You are not allowed. Do not solicit business from Tom while you're doing his taxes. Tom comes in, he's a roofer, and you need a new roof. You would have never known Tom probably if he hadn't come in and done his taxes today. So you cannot ask Tom, hey Tom, I know you do roofing, will you come out and do my roof or do a bid on my roof? You are not allowed to do that. Now if you go home and do your research outside of our program and Tom happens to pop up, then it's a gray area. I would say just leave it alone. There are plenty of roofers out there. Even if Tom is a really good guy, I would leave that one alone. Also, another part of that is, say your wife or your significant other is like an insurance salesman and you know this person needs insurance. You are not allowed to share that information with someone outside of VITA, outside of our tax preparation process. This is not for us. Now, as a VITA, it's not for us. We are here to serve. So that's why it says, do not solicit business from taxpayers. Awesome. Let's look at the second part because it's new this year. This is one of the VSCs that changed. And basically, it's volunteers cannot offer clients refund anticipation loans or refund anticipation checks. So you're wondering, I know you're asking, what does that mean? Because we're a free service, so we don't do loans. You're right, we don't. Some VITA sites work out of or volunteer out of banks or credit unions or a financial institution that could offer that. We just don't do that. So other tax services, as most of us know, do offer such things, but you also pay for that when you get your taxes done. So let's keep it free. Let's keep it free flowing. We do not offer those. We just do your taxes, prepare your taxes, and get them e-filed or paper filed. So enough said for VSC number 3. If you have more questions, then you can click on the link below. Let's move on to VSC number 4, because there's 6, so we're almost done. This one's easy, maybe. Do not knowingly prepare false returns. Oh my gosh, what is that? I know you're asking me that. What is a false return? Okay, let me share a story because we love story time. False return, because there could be a gray area here. A person comes in, they are an independent contractor, and they have expenses, and they have, they make money too. And you're asking all the pertinent questions of what kind of expenses do you have? And they have nothing written down. So it's all coming from their head, which is kind of scary to even in the beginning. And they're saying, well, I might have done, 20,000 miles on my car. Well, do you have proof of this? No. But, it could be, or maybe not, or, I know I did this. And then you just take it at their word and you go ahead and put it in the system. But you have no proof. And yes, it is their return, but that's a false return because you don't know, did they really do that? Did they not do that? Or a person tries to claim somebody that's not their person, that's not their dependent, it's not their child, or someone else has claimed that child. So these are false returns. So if you do the false return as a preparer and you don't tell the quality reviewer, the question is, who did the false return? Was it the preparer or was it the reviewer? Because the reviewer doesn't know. So it's not the reviewer's fault, it is the preparer's fault. And that might be a question on some kind of test, maybe, certification, possibly, I don't know. Anyway, so do not knowingly prepare false returns. Do not do it. All right, I know there's a lot of do nots, and I'm not a negative person, really, I'm not. But let's talk about VSC number 5. Do not engage in criminal, okay, criminal is bad, okay, infamous, dishonest, notoriously disgraceful conduct, or any other conduct considered to have a negative effect on the VITA/TCE programs. Okay, so VITA, TCE program, that's us. That's who we are. So what does it mean to engage in criminal, infamous, dishonest, notoriously disgraceful conduct, or any other conduct that's considered negative? So you're feeling kind of giddy one day. You wake up and you're like, man, I'd really like to see if I could rob a bank. It might be kind of cool just to do something different today. So you go out and you attempt to rob a bank. And you're on the news. And you are a VITA volunteer. You're certified. You're already ready to go. You're on the news. You are the bad guy. You got caught. So obviously you're not a good bank robber, but you're on the news. So you come in and you're at the VITA site the next day because you got released because, I don't know, you got out of jail. And you're like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare taxes. That's a no. You are not, because you have disgraced this whole program. Not gonna happen. So your site coordinator or your manager is watching you. So that would be an example of criminal, infamous, dishonest, notoriously disgraceful conduct. All right, number 6. This is our last one. Are you excited? Number 6. Treat all taxpayers in a professional, courteous, and respectful manner. So you're thinking, this is kind of a no-brainer, Martha. I mean, isn't that what we do? Yeah, but sometimes you get those clients that are up in your face. Like, do you really know what you're doing? Yeah, I'm a tax preparer. Yes, I know what I'm doing. But sometimes there are those clients that we love. However, they're in your face. So always, always, always err on the side of professional, courteous, and respectful manner, because people are people. So, and that's what we're here for, right? We're here to serve the people. We're here to take care of their taxes. Everybody has their own story. We don't know really what happened before they walked through our doors, and we're there to take care of them. So even if you would love to throat punch them, and you can't, you need to talk to your site coordinator or whoever the lead is for your site. If it gets to that point, they can come over and take over, or, just de-escalate, just walk you through it. So number 6, that's our last one. Treat all taxpayers in a professional, courteous, and respectful manner, because we love them. We want to serve them. And now is our last slide. do you have any questions about the 6 Volunteer Standards of Conduct, VSC, which is ethics training, which I must tell you, this is mandatory. You must take this training. I hope you enjoyed our time. And if you have any questions, click the link below. Thank you.